Dear students, welcome to lecture 14 in distributed systems. Today's topic is advantages of distributed shared memory. We all know that there are two types of mechanisms in an inter-process communication, that is message passing paradigm and shared memory paradigm. So DSM facility is one of the inter-process communication high-level mechanism which allows the programmers to write programs with the shared memory paradigm. So one of the mechanism we follow to write the programs which communicate via shared memory paradigm is DSM. So it is receiving an increased popularity over the message passing mechanism. So the advantages of DSM are simpler abstraction. The abstraction which is provided by DSM is as much as simple like message passing scheme. It is better than the RPC mechanism, and it also provides better portability of distributed application programs. In this concept, we have to know what is meant by portability. When you develop a program or an application in your system with configuration of hardware and software plus OS, when it is different configuration also, your application should able to run in that particular machine. Then only we say that it is portable. It is not dependent on the platform. Then we say that those applications which are independent of platform, that is hardware and software plus operating system combination, then we say that they are platform independent and they follow the mechanism of portability. And the third one is better performance of some applications. Means when we use a DSM mechanism, it is performing better than the RPC message passing mechanism. Remember that DSM is a shared which follows the shared memory mechanism, and RPC is following the message passing mechanism. Already we have discussed in our previous lectures. And the fourth advantage is flexible communication environment. We will discuss more about this later. Ease of process migration means the process can migrate very easily from node to node. So let us discuss all these advantages in detail. The first one is the simpler abstraction. For this, message passing models will always force the programmers to be conscious, means how the data is going and coming between the data movement between the process at all the times. That the programmer should take care of that data movement between the process in a message passing mechanism. So when we are directly programming in a loosely coupled distributed machines via the message passing models, it is an error prone and it is somewhat complex. Okay, when we are using a distributed memory machines in a loosely coupled means the computer architecture with its local memory. So directly programming with loosely coupled distributed memory, which uses the message passing models, is somewhat complex and error prone. So to reduce this burden or to alleviate this burden, RPC was introduced to provide the procedure call interface. Even with the RPC, we are facing some difficulty when we call a procedure in a different address space. Means there is some complexity in passing the data structures, or the parameters must be passed by value. So with these complexities, the shared memory programming paradigm is one of the better solution for the programmers, and it is providing the primary advantage to the programmers, that is the DSM simpler abstraction helps the programmers of loosely coupled distributed memory machines. Okay, so the first one is simpler abstraction. The DSM provides the simpler abstraction for all the application programmers. When we program a distributed memory machines via message passing models or RPC, it is somewhat complex. So when you use the concept of shared memory programming paradigm, it is providing the simpler abstraction. And the second advantage is better portability of distributed application programs. So in this, the DSM is providing the consistent way in which we can access the sequential application access of data is possible, and natural transition from sequential to distributed applications is also possible. See here, a distributed application programs which are written for shared memory multiprocessor system can be executed on a DSM without a change. So whatever the application might be, a distributed application which is written for a shared memory multiprocessor system can be easily executed on a DSM machine without any change. This is nothing but the portability. Without any changes, I have discussed earlier, without any changes, the application you have developed in your system should be able to run in another system with different configurations also. Such is nothing but the portability. So we can say that whenever we are not making any changes to our distributed applications and we are able to run it on a distributed shared memory system, then we say that it is easier to port an existing distributed program to a DSM facility system than without a DSM facility system. Okay, so we can easily port a distributed application programs to DSM system. And the third advantage is better performance of some applications. Over some applications, DSM is performing better than the message passing mechanism. Some of the possible reasons are the locality of the data, means the communication model which is used in DSM is to make the data more accessible by moving it around. Means we have seen that in DSM architecture the data is moving on demand from node to node. So all the DSM algorithms move data between nodes in large blocks. Please revise the DSM architecture which we have discussed. The distributed large amount of shared memory system is divided into large blocks, each block consisting with different nodes. So it is locality of the data. The DSM algorithms will allow the data to move from different nodes. So the locality in accessing the data and the communication overhead is reduced. Why? Because we are having the data at every node and it can easily move between the nodes. So this is ultimately resulting in the reduced overall communication. If we are having the data in node 1 and node 2 is requesting the data in a distributed shared memory system, that particular data can move from node 1 to node 2 on demand. This is nothing but on demand data movement. That is, the computation model of DSM facilitates this facility. But that is what facility? On demand, the data can move from one node to another node and they can access in a easy manner. So there are several distributed applications which execute by data exchange. So the time needed for data exchange is obviously reduced and the throughput is increased. Throughput is nothing but the output. We can get the output in a fraction of seconds. So on demand data movement is also providing by DSM. So it is performing better than the message passing mechanism. One of the reason. And the another reason is larger memory space. With DSM facility, we will have a total memory size which is equal to the sum of all the memory sizes of all nodes in the system. Say for example, there are 3 nodes. The DSM memory space will be equal to the node memory space of node 1 plus node 2 plus memory space of node 3 is the total memory size of the DSM. So when we are having larger memory space, the activities like paging and swapping is nothing but moving the process from main memory to the disk is nothing but swapping, moving between the process, and all the activities which are involved with the disks are greatly reduced. So when we are reducing the locality of data accessing time and on-demand data movement is providing the data exchange between the nodes, and also the larger memory space are one of the reasons. These three are the reasons for performing better. Which is performing better? Distributed shared memory is performing better than the message passing mechanism. Reasons are these three. Why? Because the locality of data can be accessible and it is moving around between the nodes. Here also on demand data movement means the node, the data can move on demand and it can be easily accessed by any number of nodes. So the time required for that particular data exchange is reduced. And the larger memory space is another reason for better performance of a DSM system. And the fourth advantage is flexible communication environment. Flexible means we are comfort, and communication mechanism means, see here, the shared memory paradigm of a DSM is more flexible than the message passing approach. Why? Because in message passing approach, we need to specify the message comma the receiver identity. Please revise it. The message passing mechanism we will have send and receive primitives where send of message comma the receiver identity will be there in a message passing approach. But here we need not specify the identity of the receiver process. Why? Because as it is a shared memory, we will simply place the data in the shared memory. So all the receivers can access it directly from the shared memory. See here, when we are in a group, which is nothing but we are sharing information in a group, I will post the material of unit 1. In such a case, I am not at all bothering about the receiver. To whom I have to send, I am not at all bothering. All the receivers in that particular shared memory, which is nothing but our WhatsApp group, can get that material. So in here also, we will simply place the data in the shared memory, and the receivers will access it directly from the shared memory. They will take that data from the shared memory. Here the sender or the receiver need not worry about the identity. When we are sending a single message, as in message passing system, we need to specify the send and the receive primitives. To whom I have to send, say for example, if I have to send to only particular student, in such a case, I need to take care of the contact details. I have to send to only for that particular recipient. As it is a shared memory paradigm, we need not worry about the sender and the receiver process. It is not at all necessary in a shared memory paradigm. So, it is providing the flexible communication environment. Why? Because we need not bother about the sender and the receiver process. So, somewhat flexible than the message passing mechanism. And the last advantage is ease of process migration. Means the computation model which we are following in DSM provides the on-demand migration. Migration means moving from one location to another location is migration. So migration of data between the processors is one of the advantage in DSM. So this facility is allowing all the migrant process to leave its own address space. Means for example, the process P1 is at node 1, means the process P1 will have the address space of node 1, that is old node. At the time of migration, means the process want to execute some data on node 2, so it will move to the new node, that is node 2. In such a case, on demand it will get the all the required pages from node 2. In such a case also, it will detach, means the process which is running in the control block. A process control block is nothing but a block, or we can think of it as a record, where we will keep track of the process execution. Those process execution consist with, what this record will consist means, this PCB will consist with the CPU registers up to what line of statement it has executed, and all the scheduling information will be there in PCB. So what happens means, as the P1 process moves from machine node 1 to node 2, the PCB block is detached, means the old process will detach that particular process from PCB of node 1. Okay, P1 is removed from node 1 PCB. Why? Because it is entered into the PCB of node 2. PCB, P1 process, PCB is maintained at node 2. Okay, so this approach means it is simple to detach the process from PCB of the migrant process. What is the migrant process here? P1. P1 process is migrated from the old node, that is N1, and it is attaching to the ready queue of the node 2. You all know that all the process will wait in a ready queue after getting the CPU time. When the CPU time is allotted to that particular process P1, then only it can execute it can run its own computation code. So up to then they will wait, all the process will wait in the ready queue. Okay. So this is somewhat a natural approach, and it is some efficient form of process migration. Means all that detaching process of PCB, and it is attaching to the ready queue of the new nodes processor. This is an efficient form of process migration between processors in a distributed system. So this ease of migration is also, that means the process can move from one node to the new node in a simple manner. So this one is another advantage of distributed shared memory systems. So the topics covered in this lecture are the advantages of distributed shared memory, that is simpler abstraction. Means the distributed shared memory is providing a simpler abstraction than the message passing mechanisms of RPC. And the second is better portability of a distributed application programs. We can easily run an application in a distributed shared memory environment than message passing mechanism. We can easily port it. And better performance is also there when we run applications via a distributed shared memory system. Those are locality of data, on-demand data movement, and larger memory space. We have also discussed that there is a flexible communication in environment in DSM, that is we need not keep track of the sender and the receiver identities. Ease of process migration, that is the process can migrate from one node to another in an easy manner. So overall, the previous and this video's summary is programming of applications. Means loosely coupled distributed machines. We can design, we can program, we can design an application which uses the message passing paradigm is a difficult task, and it is error prone. Then how we have to design a program for a loosely coupled distributed memory means via using the distributed shared memory concept, as it provides the better abstraction, higher level abstraction to the programmers. It is somewhat easy when we follow the shared memory paradigm. And we have also discussed that some of the issues involved in design and implementation of DSM are that granularity we have discussed. It refers to the block size. Means the block size should be large or small, we have discussed. And before this, we have discussed different consistency models: strict consistency, sequential, casual, pram consistency, weak, and release. In this class, we have discussed the advantages of DSM. Hope you all understood about the advantages of distributed shared memory system. Thank you.